Oh boy, that's a lot of green tomes there. Hey nerds, how you doing? I'm here to talk to you about something fun, so I'm going to just show you my Takumi. I've been working on him. Originally I was going to stream this, but things got busy and I just decided instead of doing a stream, I'd figure I'd make a talking points video and just see how you guys felt about things, because here is my Prince of Soup. Takumi, granted not the best IVs, but I made do with what I had, and I think he's doing fairly decently, and he does fairly well in battle as well. And that's something that I actually wanted to, actually use, because Takumi was one of the first Dagger units that I've actually looked at and went, wow, that weapon, mixture with a lot of other abilities is going to be really great. Killer daggers, I guess. And I just went ham on him and tried to make him something interesting, and went with what I could. Gave him Swift Sparrow from a Katarina I actually had lying around, and I didn't do anything bad, guys. I know a lot of you were like, oh my god, don't you only have one of her? Nope, I have two. But as you can see, he's a very decent unit. He's able to kill things reliably well. And while he still has, the problems with the paper thinness of it all, but and he doesn't have the, niche rewards that come with, like, certain characters. I mean, I shouldn't be too hard on Dagger units, because I'm trying to think of the last few Dagger units that we've had. Mostly, the ones that I can think of are, of course, Sakura and Olivia. Sakura, of course, has her own thing, where she can take out any sort of mage that would be a problem. And then, of course, we had Olivia, who was a dancer, and I don't think I need to tell you why a dancer was so valuable in a lot of what was going on here. But Takumi was one of the first real Dagger units that I saw and was like, wow, that can actually be something that can not only kill, but also can, do what Dagger units are supposed to do in some ways, and debuff as well. And, Weapon Refinery has kind of changed a little bit of a few things when it comes to Dagger units, mostly because now, it's not just a smoke effect, it also branches out. Let's just try the 9th Stratum, I don't care, and just go in there. But still, the one thing I've learned... Oh god, there's a Raven Tome. Ugh, gross. Maybe I can actually get Ike over there and not have to worry about it. So, anyways, let me just get rid of that Cecilia real quick, and we'll continue on our discussions. But honestly, for me, it felt like this is what Takumi feels a lot like what I feel Jafar should have been when he came out. Because let's just be frank here, Jafar, when he came out, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know why for a long time when it came to Dagger units, IS really felt this urge to constantly make these units vastly underpowered. I'm guessing they assumed that the debuffs were going to be strong enough to overcome a lot of the problems that were going on there. But we all know how well that worked out in the end. It didn't work out very well. So, naturally, and of course, great, now people are starting to bug me on Steam. That's fantastic. But, let me just say this real quick. I wanted to ask your opinions and see what you guys thought about what was going on with heroes, and in particular, these set of heroes, because Dagger units are becoming a lot more viable, I feel. Mostly because they fixed a lot of the problems that were going on in the Weapon Refinery system. Dagger characters are, oddly enough, some of the more powerful characters when it comes to actually evolving their weapons. I think they can get up to, I think at least Jafar, his dagger jumps up like 4 or 5 might just based on Refinery, which is insane. And now we're starting to see that come out more and more. It ups their might, it ups their abilities, and things are getting crazy. And I'm just going to say this, I doubt it'll ever happen, but if Takumi, let's say in the future, sometime later on, they were to introduce a Brave Dagger, he could probably become a pseudo kind of Bride Cordelia in a way, and how he works, at least with how that is. He has the speed to do a lot, and if you have the right IVs, he'll have even more. His damage is not bad at all, and if you happen to attach something like Life or Death, I'm sure you could probably run him even further. I went with Swift Sparrow just to retain the little bit of resistance that mine had. Granted, 30 resistance is actually pretty good. And, of course, all that other fun stuff. But, you know, if you happen to get one with a good IV, of course things are going to go in your favor pretty well, I think. But it's a lot less of what it once was. I'm sure a lot of you will remember what we're talking about because, oh boy, the earlier days of Dagger units are a far cry from what they once were. Let's just go with that. It's a very odd thing that I'm looking at now. I never thought I would be looking at a Dagger unit where I would actually be like, wow, I actually want to use this. And, you know, with things like Luna and that killer ability there, that's just a fine advantage to add to him, of course. And it's been a really strange journey to see this happen. Not only that, but his weapon is literally him throwing mochi at people. And it's odd, but I really like it. This is the first time since Kagura. I mean, I've used Sakura sometimes. Mostly I've just been using her for Dagger Valor, which honestly I haven't really gotten much use out of her. And Olivia, of course, I've used because of dancing, and I have not really used her outside of that. Takumi's probably the first real offensive Dagger unit I've ever had. And I'm actually really happy that's a thing now. I'm actually really happy that we're starting to see the variations in this because it's taken them way too long to actually get to this point with that. I wonder if I can actually, let's see. Oh, I can't do that. Can do that. Don't know if that's a good idea, though. Instead, let's just move back a bit, and hopefully they can come and attack us. Anyways, but it's been a... Oh, yes, thanks, Elise. Do that. It's so odd to me. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you... I've seen a lot of you have been sending me in certain builds with your Takumis and things like that, and I've seen a lot of you taking advantage of this, but it's kind of an oddity to think that a man who's throwing rice is better than the guy who has daggers that are named after death. Oh, how the world has changed. What do you have? Do you have a Raven? No, you have Finra Tome, that's right. I forgot about that. But, jeez. It's such an oddity to me. So weird. And there goes Luna! Eventually I'm probably going to just take him into Arena, because while I really... Him and Flying Azure are probably my favorite units to come out of the recent banner, just because of the oddities out of it. And, you know, Camilla is cool and all. I like Camilla too, but Takumi is just the first time I've ever looked at a Dagger unit and went, this is something that can be really interesting, because, you know, the debuff and that might and his actual stats are something that I have not seen in a little while. And just the fact that I actually have something that's actually a killer. Would it be killer or would it be more slaying at this point? That's my question. But, you know, not only that, but his dagger's already pre-upgraded, meaning that it already has the effect where it you know, not just the smoke effect, but it also hits the target in case he doesn't kill it, which just makes things all the more fun for me. I'm going to continue doing this because I haven't done any of these quests to do the trials, you know, the, what am I trying to say, the training monthly things. I've been working on that. I've been using the Warriors map almost every day now. And that's just a sad thing, because I do need more badges. But I figured I would just ask you guys on how you feel about how the Dagger units have been going, because I've been really enjoying this. I've been really enjoying my good old pal Takumi and his wild ride into trying to kill everyone that he possibly can as a Dagger unit, which is great to see. And also, I love his party time. It's just beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. By throwing soup at people. Also, he's the Prince of Soup. I don't know what else to say about that. Oh, man. Oh, let's just... Can I take out some of these units? Come on! Oh, God, it's so satisfying. I'm gonna have to... Granted, you know, this is just Training Tower just to test the waters in a way, but, you know, at certain points he can hit ridiculous amounts of damage and ridiculous amounts of speed. So, I'm pretty happy with it. Oh, God. I'm in awe. I really am. And it's been a long time coming, and eventually I want to actually get our good old buddy Jafar back up. You may notice I have a lot of Chris Matharjas. Don't worry, I'm actually using that for Vengeful Fighter for a little bit later. That's mostly what I'm keeping it for. When did I get that? Whatever. But Jafar, way back when I just started the game, as you can see, here he is. He's +1. I want to make him eventually and actually see if I can't make something out of him, but a lot of those earlier Dagger units just had such problems with, I guess you could say, stats. Still have problems with those stats, but, you know, Daggers have really come a long way, haven't they? My God. I'm sorry if this was a rambling mess, but I'm just in such awe of that craziness that I'm seeing in front of me right now. It's been a lot of fun to train him up, and I'm so proud of it. So, yep, there's my Takumi, guys. Hope you have a great evening. See you soon. Thanks for watching.